Hey, what is up, guys? So the new Shonen Jump card just got announced, and it is Dystopia the Despondent, or Dissapoint as I like to call it. Anyways, let's go ahead and read the effect. We did cover this card a while ago, but I want to talk a little bit more about the card. So let's go ahead and check out its effect first, and then we'll talk a little bit more about it and what decks can use it and all that other good stuff. So first off, he's coming out in the Jump, that's a subscription that you subscribe to. Anyway, so it's a Dark Fiend, level 12, 5,000 attack and defense. So it cannot be normal summoned or set. It must be special summoned from your hand or graveyard by sending 4 face-up level 1 monsters you control to the graveyard, and cannot be summoned by other ways. Other monsters you control cannot attack. During either player's battle step, once per battle involving this card, you can banish 1 level 1 monster from your graveyard until the end of the damage step. This card is unaffected by other card effects. Also, it can't be destroyed by battle. Well, it can't be destroyed by battle. It's kind of just like, yeah, I think he's got enough attack anyways, but nonetheless, you may be able to protect yourself sometimes against other things. Now, first off, some people have mentioned about Scapegoat with this card, and it says that they have to go to the graveyard. You can't really send tokens to the graveyard. I don't even know if anyone's going to try it with Scapegoat, because with Scapegoat also you wouldn't have the ability to actually use that effect. You can get this card castelled, you can get it 101 because it's still being special summoned. I think that there are much better boss monster cards. That's why I call him Dystopia the Disappoint. Obelisk the Tormentor is a really great card that any deck can run, and it only requires 3 tributes instead of 4, and they can be 3 of anything. And this card can't be targeted, and that's one thing that I think that this card lacks. Like, if this card already had that effect, that it was, unaffected by other card effects, awesome, but you have to banish a level 1 monster, and it's during either player's battle step. It's just like conditional on top of conditional on top of a condition summon. I think that if you really want to bust out a boss monster card that's going to give you game, the Super Quantum Mecha Overlord Great Magnus does a much better job of it. If you guys haven't checked out what this deck does, highly recommend you to check out the replay. I'll link down below in the description box, because I just think that it outclasses it so much harder. Next up, as far as decks that can actually run this, because I know regardless of how bad some cards are, some people just want to play them, or they're just like, they want to try to recreate something from the TV show. I don't know if a character plays this card or something like that, but off the top of my head, the decks that can actually make use of it, maybe Skull Servants can make good use of it. Dustons, there's actually a pretty cool OTK with Dustons that I did a while ago. You can spam the board. I'll put a link down below in the description box, so I guess you could have extra utility, so you don't have to just pull off the Duston OTK. You can in fact pull off the Dispotent, relatively strong attack, but there's conditions on top of conditions, like I mentioned before. Like, it's got great attack, right, but other monsters can't attack. You can only activate its effect during the battle step, and then on top of that, you have to be banishing, and on top of that, again, you're going to have to summon a bunch of low-level monsters to pull it off. Like Skull Servants, maybe Dustons can pull it off, maybe Piper Chaos can pull it off. And when I was reading that it got announced, some people were like, oh my gosh, card's so good, Scapegoat, instantly end phase Scapegoat, next turn summon this card. Well, it does say the cards have to hit the graveyard, unless that's specifically, I don't know, you guys know how Yu-Gi-Oh! It is. I'm pretty sure that you cannot do it with Scapegoat, because it says that they have to go to the graveyard. Even if it worked, guys, you wouldn't have the ability to activate its effect anyway, so at that point, you're using 2 cards to get a 5k beater, when you could just go like limiter plus like Klee card, and that's like 5,000 attack anyways, right? But for the most part, I found this card to be very lackluster. I mean, the title kind of says it all, but nonetheless, if you guys know of any way to make this card good, they make it sound super hype. I mean, of course they're going to do that. But is there any other decks that can really make use of this? Or is there a way to make this card like OTK or some other crazy combos with this card? I mean, like, yeah, maybe you can double its attack. Maybe, I don't know, DNA transplant or DNA surgery, then limiter. Maybe Megamorph. I don't know. I don't think this card's going to be seeing any play, but nonetheless, it looks pretty cool. I'll admit the artwork looks very awesome. Looks like straight up something from like Digimon. But I don't think the card will see any play. But like I said, if you guys know of any combos or anything, let me know in the comment section below. But thanks for watching, guys. It's been your boy Will Smith, signing out.